Michael, do not let your imagination run out of control.
Well, that's easy for you to say. You have a bad imagination. It's stupid. I live in a fantasy world.
I went on my first date this weekend for the first time in months. And mind you, this man drove over 5 hours to come meet me. I hate to be that person, but ladies, if he wanted to, he would. And everything was going great leading up to this first date until I noticed myself start to spiral. And the thing that I was spiraling about was completely made up in my mind. Like, he said nothing, he did nothing to make me start spiraling. It was my brain having a thought about something and then creating this entire narrative based off of that one thought. And it was extremely frustrating because if you've been following along with my OCD medication journey, you will know that I have felt the best this past month that I have probably in my entire life. And I really thought that the ruminating was over. I really thought that all of those kinds of thoughts would stop happening. And maybe that's just me being naive, because obviously, like, medication isn't just gonna make your life perfect. But I definitely did not expect myself to still be experiencing as strong of emotions and ruminations as I did before this date happened. And granted, the spiral lasted for maybe like 1 to 2 hours tops, whereas before I feel like I would have talked myself out of going. I would have made up all these reasons to not make it work, but I still went and it was great. But nevertheless, I'm still really annoyed that I'm getting triggered by like such small things and that my nervous system is still ramping up so much whenever I am like talking to a guy. And I just feel kind of defeated and stuck because I really thought that the medication was going to help me overcome this, and maybe it is to an extent, but it still feels like there's more work I need to do, and I don't know what that looks like, because the thing that I was spiraling about was honestly so stupid. And I just hate that I allow my thoughts to become so irrational to the point where it makes me so stressed out over literally nothing. But all of that to be said, I had a really, really good weekend with this person. I've never had a man like take that much time out of his own schedule to come and meet me and spend time with me like that. And I'm really grateful that I got to have this experience because it just happened so quickly and it was so unexpected. But mentally, we're still struggling. We are still struggling when it comes to relationships, and I am at a loss for what to do because the thing that I allowed myself to get so triggered over was so small. It wasn't even a problem. Like, I was making it a problem out of nothing, and I simply cannot allow this to happen every time there's a man in my life, because how am I ever going to stay sane in an actual relationship?
Because I don't think when you're younger you fantasize about it. Like, you fantasize about dating in your 20s, like, oh my God, what's it going to be like? And I'm going to go on all these dates. And you rarely think about it in your 30s because you're like, oh, well, I'll be married by then. And then when you're not, you're like, well, what is this? What is dating in your 30s?
Yeah, do you even call it a boyfriend?
You're basically his boss. Like, one of my girlfriends texted me the other day, like, okay, this is a perfect example. In my 20s, if someone didn't send an Uber for me to go out on a date, I would think nothing of it. We live in New York City. Yeah, of course, I'm going to meet you there. There's no, like, let me pick you up in New York City because whatever. Now, if I'm in my 30s, if a guy doesn't offer to send me an Uber to like dinner, I'm not going.
How am I supposed to get there?
And if he does and it's like an Uber X, I'm not going.
I'm obsessed with you.
Like, this is the first date. You're supposed to be putting all your cards out on the table for me to look at.
Why are guys out here trying to FaceTime when I've known you for 2 seconds? Like, could you give me a warning? Maybe shoot me a text like, hey, are you free? Like, I look like this on my couch. I'm not trying to FaceTime you right now. No.
I went from being exclusive back to being single. So I don't know what it is, y'all, with the last 2 men that have been in my life. I hit that 3-month mark and a whole new man walks through the door. So it becomes a no. It becomes a no for me. And before you say it, yes, we're looking and we're holding ourselves accountable, blah, 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 blah. Like, Ash, you created some videos about like your feelings and how excited you were. Embarrassing. Yeah, like, have I thought about deleting those videos? Of course. When do I not spiral? But you know, it was true. In the moment I felt that way. And I was excited and we should feel that way. But yeah, am I like a little bit more superstitious? Will I like maybe not be sharing in real time how dating's going? Probably. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Dating in your 30s is like finding a good parking spot. The good ones are already taken, and then there's the handicaps, or they're just too far away.
Me and the girls were having a chat, and at the big age of 30, why is it so fucking hard to meet people that are like not intimidated by a successful woman? Only after you feel money, you'd be fucking surprised. Actually got a bit about them. Like, I feel like we're not reaching for the stars out here, but also like in the same breath, men are just ugh at the minute. Like the fucking men that even like cross my path at the minute, I'm like, ugh, like, ugh. And then I'm almost like, oh, I'm lowering my standards, and then I'm wondering why I'm getting disappointed. Like, obviously I'm getting disappointed. I should have fucking spoken to you in the first place, broskies. Make it make sense. Like, eek. Not indirecting anybody before anybody gets the fucking camel's lump. Yeah, like, it's just a general combo between the girlies. I'm just starting to think like, are we the problem? Oh my god, am I the problem? No, obviously not, by the way. That's literally all the way not the case. We are not the problem. So I just want to work and make money and have my dog and have my girls, and I don't even hate men. Like, I'm not even turning into one of them women that like hates men. I'm just like, if you're not all the way up here, how the fuck can I respect you? How can I want to be with you? How can I be feminine? How can I be a good partner to you? Like, yeah, there's so many things. Maybe, I'm not even gonna say it, maybe we're not too fussy. We're not too fucking fussy because we're all the way up there. So how can we all be all the way up there and the guys aren't? Marry me that. Food for thought anyway. Not sure if I'm gonna post this. I feel like this is quite a raw thing. Bye.
So I took a really long break from dating, and I thought it's time for me to get back in the game, and so I sign up for Hinge, and I meet this guy who seems to have nice pictures, a good job, likes to travel, and so we go on a date last night. When we're in front of the bar, something feels really off. He tells me that he still lives with his ex, but they're not together anymore, so there's nothing to worry about. I decided to stick around because I haven't been on a date in a really long time, so I thought maybe it's good for the experience. 10 minutes into the date, the drinks are already on the table. He asks me if I believe in astrology compatibility. I say, sure. He then proceeds to ask me about my place of birth, date of birth, time of birth, just to check our compatibility. And then for about 2 minutes, he's looking at his phone at this app called CoStar, just to understand what our compatibility is. He then looks up and with dead serious face says, it's never going to work out. Mercury is against us. After that, he stands up and leaves. He actually left me there to pay for both of our drinks, and I do not want to be calling out any name, but is this really how dating works in 2026? I don't know if I can do this.
The next dude that I meet that don't want to take me out on a proper date, but wants me to pull up to his house, I'm robbing him. Yeah, I'm robbing him. I'm about to teach his ass a lesson about having strangers at your place of residence. Are you kidding me? You don't want to pay $20 for my meal and get to know me a little bit, but you want me to come and chill at your house for the free? Oh, I'm leaving with something. Yeah, believe that.
So how's your dating life going? It isn't. You haven't been on any dates? No. Met anybody? No. Are you even on dating apps? No. Plan on getting on dating apps? No. So you're just happy being single? No. Do you have a will to live? No.
I like you, and if you can't handle it, you can just, fuck off.